As I look at TNA Bound for Glory over the years, I've seen a lot of changes at Bound for Glory, and this is probably the first time in 3 years that I've actually watched a Bound for Glory start to finish. I've never, because the last two Bound for Glories, I never thought that it was interesting or the storylines were that good. Because I felt like TNA, my interest for TNA just totally went. I am not a TNA fan now, but I'm just giving my opinion on Bound for Glory. I thought I would watch it because people also said all week, people said all week, this could be TNA's last show. But I checked it out. I just got done watching the pay-per-view. I thought the pay-per-view was decent. I won't say it was the best pay-per-view. Like, the best match of the night was the Deletion versus Decay match of the night. That was some just crazy stuff. Like, I'll get into that anyway. But we start off with the first match tonight. It's for the X Division title. It's DJZ versus... who did he face? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the match. DJZ retained. It was a good match. I cannot remember the guy's name. Then we get to a gauntlet match where it's basically a battle royal. I said this on Twitter. Like, why the hell does TNA call it a gauntlet match? They can just call it a battle royal. Like, even Ring of Honor called battle royals because they don't call it gauntlets. But anyway, Eli Drake, he won the battle royal, which was good. And I said on Twitter that they should call it a battle royal, but yeah. And then after that, what do we get after that? Oh, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I'm not taking any notes for this though. And then I think it was a tag match. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was Aaron Rex versus Eddie Edwards in like a 3 rounds match. So basically, Eddie Edwards won the first round. Aaron Rex won the second round. And then, Aaron Rex won the second round. Then Aaron Rex won the third round, and Aaron Rex is your new grand champion. And I'm looking at TNA right now, and I'm thinking, why the hell have TNA added another title to their company? They've already got the world title. They've got the world title. They've got the Knockouts title. They've got the TV title. They've got the women. Yeah, I've said the women's title. They've got the X Division title. And they've got the tag titles. So what the hell are TNA thinking of now having the Grand Championship? I do not know why they need another championship in TNA. Like, it's hard enough because TNA barely promote the mid-card titles. So how the hell do you think that TNA... How the hell does TNA think that they're going to build up this championship? I mean, what does this championship represent? Is it a mid-card championship? I mean, what is it? It looks like... I don't know. In my opinion, I'm just going off of what I saw tonight, and I think it's a bad idea with this whole Grand Championship thing. Like, you've got too many titles. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, maybe they got rid of the X Division title. No, the TV title since I last watched. But I don't know. Is this replacing the TV title? Please tell me, guys, because I do not know. I do not know, guys, because I haven't been watching in, ages, so I don't know. And then you had Mike Bennett versus Moose. It was an alright match. Moose goes over. Moose is super over he's super over in TNA. Well, it's only the Impact Zone, but he's still super over, so I'll take it anyway. So I'm surprised that WWE didn't sign him, but yeah, I thought WWE should have signed Moose and probably took him to NXT, but no, he went to TNA, so whatever. And then after that, we get the tag titles. It's the Alicia Decay. Man, this was a really good match. I'm not going to talk about all the spots in the match because, man, there's a lot. So, basically, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match, which was really good. Basically, they brawl all around the Impact Zone. And they brawl around the interview set and whatever. And then they go outside Orlando and outside Disneyland or whatever. And they go out there and they're brawling in the car park and the parking lot, and basically, I don't know if this was edited or not, but I don't know. But basically, we cut to Rebby and Matt Hardy and the Abyss brawling on the truck. I don't know where the hell they was going. And then basically, she drives them back to the Impact Zone. So they're back in the Impact Zone. Jeff Hardy and Crazy Steve, our brother Neron, are basically brawling backstage. They all get back into the ring. Abyss brings out the thumbtacks. Obviously, he's going to take the thumbtack spot. And then you have Abyss bringing like 2 tables, which are like 2 boards like full of like barbed wire, and obviously Abyss is going to go through them. So basically, Matt Hardy hits an elbow off the top rope, and obviously Abyss kicks out, which I was kind of shocked at that. No, oh yeah, spot, yeah. And then at the end of the match, Rebby puts, I can't remember what's her name. Oh, what's the woman's name? Oh, I can't remember what her name is. Oh, they say it on commentary, but whatever. So yes, she puts one of the decay members through the table. The woman member, I don't know what her name is. And then after that, Matt Hardy's like, Brother Neron, hit the swanton on Crazy Steve, and he does through 2 tables and gets the win. And the Elite team are the new tag team champions. This match was awesome, best match of the night. And Dave Meltzer, if you was watching this tonight, which I probably think he was, you should rate it 5 stars, man, because it was awesome. Probably the best match of 2016 I've seen so far. Like, I've seen some good matches this year on NXT and whatever, and we've seen a couple on Raw, but man, like, this was good. This was a real good match. Even Cena Styles, I thought was good at some time, but this was, a real good match. This was probably the best match of 2016. After that, we get Gail Kim, and she's talking about basically being in the Hall of Fame and whatever. So yeah, Awesome Kong return, which is kind of I wasn't expecting an Awesome Kong to return because she left on bad terms and stuff with TNA. So yeah, she came back, so that's cool. And then we get what happened after that. Oh yeah, we get Gail Kim versus Maria. Maria's the champion. Maria loses to Gail Kim, obviously, because Gail Kim's in the Hall of Fame. So Gail Kim went over. I was happy with this, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just the Knockouts division in TNA doesn't mean nothing anymore. So I don't care. So whatever. Gail Kim's champion. Like, I mean, that was cool if Maria being champion, but I don't really care. But I don't know. Like, the whole thing is really. There's no other knockouts that are really interested in TNA. Like, they don't really put a focus on them really that much, except from Rebby, who is basically Matt Hardy's wife and whatever. Like, she's the main focus in the deletion testing, so maybe they put the title on her next. I don't know, but yeah, it was a quick match. It wasn't whatever. So they're probably going to continue this Maria and Gail Kim feud. Well, going into whatever TV show next. And then you had Cody debut. He's not called Cody Rhodes, he's just called Cody. And but Josh Matthews did say on commentary, he said Cody and Brandy Rhodes. So yeah, Brandy Rhodes, his wife, is in TNA as well. So yeah, she's not going to be a ring announcer, she's going to be a wrestler at this time. So yeah, I guess they can use the Rhodes name because Brandy didn't have the Rhodes name. She had another name. She had a real name in WWE. But yeah, I was thinking though, instead of having just Cody, couldn't TNA just call him Cody Runnels, because Cody Runnels is his real name in real life. So they could have had that as his last name because that's his family name, Runnels, and stuff like that. So I don't know. And then we get to basically the main event, and it's Bobby Lashley versus EC3 for the world title in a no holds barred match. It was a good match, I guess. I mean, a lot of good back and forth. EC3 gets speared about a dozen times in the match, and he tries to hit the 1%er. Lashley then hits a spear out of midair, which I thought was awesome. Gets the win, and Bobby Lashley is still your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And then that was the end of the show. In my opinion, TNA Battle Royale 2016, I would have to say, looking at the show, it wasn't a great show. It wasn't even a decent show. It was alright, I guess. The crowd was dead because, it's the Impact Zone. I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, TNA needs to move away from the Impact Zone. I know people saying, I know TNA fans right now in the council going, how dare you say that they need to move away? Well, they need to move away from that Impact Zone because A, they're not getting a good crowd reaction from the Impact Zone. B, they're basically nobody, they're not a wrestling town. Florida is not a wrestling city. It's more for Disney and stuff like that. It's not known for its wrestling, whatever. So they need to go to a wrestling town. And I said this, I I think I said this a week ago or whatever, in that TNA video. I said that if TNA would have to survive, they would have to go to a wrestling city like Chicago or whatever. I mean, Billy Corgan needs to say, hey, these these Impact Zone tapings are not working because the crowd are dead. Even on Bound for Glory, the biggest pay-per-view in TNA's history, Bound for Glory, and the crowd are dead for your main event. This is supposed to be the biggest show of the year. This is supposed to be TNA's WrestleMania. And even though the WWE had a poor WrestleMania this year, I know they had a great, awesome attendance, but they had a poor WrestleMania, build-up wise and storyline wise and whatever because of all the injuries. But at least the WWE go to these cities and promote and advertise to get your fans invested into, a WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, you could hear the fans, chanting at, at Bound for Glory, TNA's biggest show of the year. I heard about 2 or 3 people when I was watching tonight, just going like that. Half of the damn Impact Zone was just on their hands, just sat on with their, just sat like this. I don't care. I'm just they was just sat there we just came here because it's too hot to stand outside or whatever. I don't know, and stuff like that. And I hate that when TNA have to go to they don't draw good crowds, because the problem is with TNA is they don't advertise their product. I mean, I didn't even know what time the pay-per-view was today. I had to look on their website. Because I didn't even know what the time the pay-per-view was. I thought they haven't advertised what time it's going to be, so it's 8 Eastern, which is good. I actually did I looked on their YouTube channel and it did say but yeah, they should promote this on the website, and the website sucks. I mean, if you guys have not seen TNA's website, man, it's hard to find for a start. I was looking on Google, where the hell is the website? The website has changed from the old one. I like the old way they had the website, where you could see the alumni page and the TNA Hall of Fame or whatever, and you had the shop and whatever. On this new TNA website, I do not know where the website is. I actually said on Twitter today, why has TNA not got their roster page on their website? You have to go to Wikipedia if you want to find out the full roster, and half of that bloody roster is probably left anyway. So I don't know, with TNA right now, they do not know how to, they have never known how to promote themselves. They never have. Even in the early days, the 2002, 2003, when they first started, they were never good at promoting themselves. I mean, I never really heard about TNA till 2007. So that's how bad that it was at promoting back then. And look at them now. In 2016, you're still in the, Impact Zone. When you've got, Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground and New Japan doing so well right now, and even PWG and stuff like that. The independents are doing so well on their own, with going to Philadelphia and wrestling cities like that, and promoting themselves all the time with radio shows and that. And TNA are still in Orlando, and TNA are supposed to be the second biggest wrestling company in America, and basically half of America doesn't even know what TNA is still. At least with a Ring of Honor, people know what Ring of Honor is, and New Japan and whatever, because with Ring of Honor, the difference between Ring of Honor and TNA's website is actually Ring of Honor have more content on their website. You can see how to watch a full show of Ring of Honor and order pay-per-view and get t-shirts and the roster. Ring of Honor and WWE's websites are very laid out for the fans. They're laid out simple and you can get to them easy. With TNA, you have to go to Wikipedia back to the Impact website, where there's nothing on the Impact website. It's just terrible. But yeah, and then the other bad thing is, there was at a house. A couple of house shows. I wanted to go to I'll tell you a story. I wanted to go to a TNA pay-per-view. So I heard that TNA was doing a pay-per-view a couple of years ago. This was 2008. I think it was in my hometown, Detroit, and I think it was Slammiversary or Bound for Glory. I don't know, but I wanted to go, so I wanted go to a TNA pay-per-view, because I've never been to a TNA pay-per-view. I still haven't yet, but I wanted to check it out. It was near my area. It was in one of it was in this arena. It holded about 15,000, something like that, and I didn't go because TNA didn't promote, and I didn't know about it till the night it was there. I mean, I didn't know till the next day that TNA were there because they didn't promote. And in my opinion, that is bad. If you do not know that a TNA wrestling company is coming to your town, then that's bad. If you do not tell new customers that you're heading to this town or you're going this direction, then it's going to be bad because A, people don't know where you are, and B, you're not going to get any new customers, and that's going to suck for the company and for the people who want to watch your shows, because people, in America, who go all around America, who live all around America, want to watch, want to go to TNA shows, and then if they're just based in Orlando, then that kind of sucks for them, because basically people have got to rent a car, then they've got to drive back to Orlando, back to where they live, and that kind of sucks. I liked it when they was on the road and they was doing stuff. At least when they was on the road and they was live, it felt like TNA was going in the right direction. And then things, budget cuts and losing top talent, and then they had to basically go out to the Impact Zone. They're on a terrible network with Pop TV. I don't even know what Pop TV is really, to be honest, but yeah. I don't know. TNA is just in a mess. It's dying. I think, whoever buys TNA, if it's Billy Corgan or somebody different in the wrestling business, or if it's Vince, I don't know, but whoever it is, they need to just get things together, because I don't know what direction TNA going in as a business standpoint. I don't know where they're going in as a wrestling standpoint. There's no direction with TNA, and yeah, it's kind of bad to be a TNA fan right now. I'm not a TNA fan. I used to be, but not anymore. I haven't been a TNA fan for 3 or 4 years now. So yeah, it must suck for the TNA. Even the TNA diehard fans must agree with me that TNA are just a sinking ship. I know that I'm gonna get some tweets about, oh, they're not a sinking ship. Oh, it was way better. It was way bad in WCW. Well, at least WCW, traveled to these different towns and whatever, and they promoted their product. The thing was the differences between WCW and TNA. WCW, they went out of business because of stupid booking decisions, and basically they was getting their asses kicked in the ratings. With TNA, you've been dying for a long time. Basically, you don't promote yourselves. You basically don't tell people your website is not very viewable to the customer. Number 5, you just don't know what you're doing. Basically, you've just got terrible owners backstage, and yeah, that's about it. What can I say? Dixie Carter's still in the company. That hasn't changed. Dixie Carter, the only reason she got in wrestling because of her dad, because her dad bought that company. We all know that, but the only reason why she got into wrestling because of her dad. She had no clue how to run a wrestling show. She doesn't know how to run a business. I don't know. She's just clueless when it comes to pro wrestling. I just think she has no clue. She has no clue, Dixie Carter, how to run a wrestling company. And you know what? You need somebody to run a wrestling company. You need somebody who has an actual wrestling mind, who's been in the business. Somebody like a Triple H who's doing wonders over NXT and on SmackDown. And you need somebody like like a Vince McMahon. How come? You need somebody like that, like Vince McMahon, or somebody like that caliber to run a wrestling company to make it successful. How long? That's why the WWE been so successful, because you've got them promoting their stuff, they're advertising all the places they're getting, they get involved in charities and stuff, and doing stuff with the kiddies and whatever, and that's a good thing. And that gets, people talking about the good things about the company. And all I hear lately about TNA is bad things, like them not paying their talents. Talents don't know what they're doing on shows, if they're going to be arriving, flights being cancelled. I don't know. But yeah, this was a long ass video, guys. I know I did the review, but I had to talk about TNA. I had to give some thoughts about TNA. But yeah, I had to just give my opinions on TNA because I've been thinking about doing a long ass topic video on TNA and giving my thoughts and how bad they are. But yeah, I talked about it in this video, so yeah. I'm gonna end this video, so it's gonna be a long ass video. It's like probably 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes right now. The video is, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys like my TNA Bound for Glory 2016 review. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys, and thanks for watching, guys. Right out.